Hello everyone, welcome back to Workplace Wizards. We're a restaurant consulting company. In our last segment, we were talking about the new spreadsheet called FILMS. It's the Food Inventory Labor Management System. All right, so that was part one that we talked about previously, and if you want to view part one, you go to the FILMS Introduction and Revision Tools. In this part, we're going to be talking about the calendar. All right, just so you know, the reason why we're breaking these things down because look how big the system is. Uh, Typically, you would access the system from down here, and if you were to access it, it'd be too difficult to find what you're looking for because there's so many tabs. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. It's like infinity. All right, so we're just going to go back, and what I did was I created a home page where you can actually access the information from here. All right, so let's get right to it. This is going to be quick. Let's talk about the calendar area. All right, so basically this is a communication log. Most restaurants would have some sort of a communication book where each shift would enter certain information in it. What I created was a calendar where you can do the exact same thing. It becomes a permanent record. It's cost effective, and it works. So basically each shift, each manager, shift 1, 2, or 3, would get into this program and see what's going on for the day before they take the shift. So when they come into their shift, of course, they're going to do their counts, count the safe out, they're going to count the drawers out, possibly maybe they might come in early and do a food order or maybe like a schedule order. Uh, but basically, you should take a look to see what's happening here. What I did is I set up some examples. Before we get to that, let me talk about this real quick. Up here is James's restaurant. This populates from the daily sales page, shift 1. So if you want to set the system up from the beginning, you're going to come here and you're just going to input your restaurant name. So let's just take out James and call it restaurant. The other thing also is you need to insert your date. Both the restaurant name and date, once you have that information in here, it's going to populate to every page in the system. I want to show you a neat little thing that we also created too. 6/6 would start on Monday. Watch what happens Monday. Monday's going to turn into Sunday. All right, so that is for restaurants that may start the week on a Sunday, they may start their beginning week on a Saturday. Just enter your beginning week, whatever day that might be, and put it there, and that way you can correspond with the right weeks. All right, so this is actually the daily sales sheet. We're not going to talk about this until I believe that's going to be part 4. All right, so just make sure when you set the page up, you put the restaurant name and the date in, and that'll be a one-shot deal. All right, let's get back to the calendar section. Uh, Now, things that you can input in here would be your truck order deliveries. Maybe you ran out of some product. You could have had a call out. Maybe you have a reservation group coming in on a certain day. You want to make sure the next shift, or you want as a reminder, so they're properly setting that up for those large parties. You might have some complaints, employee-related issues, accidents, blackouts, etc. You might have sales that were projected too high or projected too low. You will put the reason in because that's going to affect sales projections for the next coming weeks. If you had a health inspector, it'd be a good idea to put it in there and put down what the score was. So just make sure that the shifts are communicating. Now I put some examples in here for June, and I had put in here, Dom, the server used foul language in view of his guests. I had to send him home. I told him to speak to the GM before coming back to work. So that way, every shift manager is aware of what's happened from the previous shift. Customer accident, Mr. Williams fell in the lobby area. See incident report. Great tool. We have Jeff, the closing cook, called out on the 3rd of June. James is his replacement. He can't get here until 6 p.m. The closer, James, was still closing. This was his first time he got out 45 minutes than normal. We have a food delivery at 9 a.m. You might even have to take a food order at 9 p.m. And on the 6th, we ran out of French fries at 6 p.m., went to the store to buy some French fries, took $25 out of the register to get paid out for $21.23. So you understand why it's very important that you can use this as a communication tool so that you're not jumping into a situation without being fully aware of what's happening. All right, so pass it on to your managers, and I hope this tool really works for you. Now, there are a couple more things I want to talk about real quick. Over here is your to view the current date and time. Every time you open and close the workbook, it's going to reset the date and time. If you're on this page for a certain length of time and you want it to reset the current time, just press F9. Also, June 2016, that populates from the daily sales sheet. So whatever date you put on that daily sales shift 1 sheet, it's going to come over here. It's just going to display the month and year. All right, so have fun with the sheet, and I look forward to you in viewing our next video, which is going to be part 3, the phone list. Have a great day, folks.